Hi, I'm Jerry Hines and welcome to Romantic Picks. Today we're going to be discussing Mary Campisi's new release, A Family Affair, The Gift. But before we go into her book, I'd like to answer the question of the day. Like I promised on our introductory video, that I'm going to try to give you a little background or insight into being an author. So the question that I'm going to answer today is a very simple one: why I write romance. It goes back to when I first started writing. Someone gave me advice and said, write what you read. I read romance. I love romance. So that's what I write. When I was younger, when I was growing up, I read all the classics. I read Jane Eyre. I read Gone with the Wind. I read Wuthering Heights, Rebecca. All of those had great influences on my writing. But my mother had this closet. And in her closet, she had all these paperback books that we girls weren't supposed to touch. Of course, that's where we would sneak into, grab a book, and go into our bedroom, close the doors, read in the corner. And those are the paperbacks that when you close them and then you open them up, they go to the pages that you read about 500 times. Yeah, those are the ones that I read growing up too. And they had an influence on me too, because I love those books. I love the books, romance today. Who doesn't love the Outlander series? Anything written by Nicholas Sparks. So, I mean, when somebody asks me why I write romance because I believe in romance. I believe in the power of love. Everybody is striving. I believe everybody's striving to find that happily ever after. So that's why I write romance. So on to Mary's book. So on to Mary's book, her release, A Family Affair, The Gift. So for those that might not know Mary, I've known her since 2011. She writes contemporary romance. She writes women's fiction, along with, she has one series of historical regency. I admit that my favorite series of hers is Family Affair. I love it because I love family sagas. I love digging into knowing the storyline itself, the characters. You feel connected to them. And she's done an absolutely wonderful job with this series. With Family Affair, if you go back to the very first book of the series, A Family Affair, Truth and Lies, Book 1, you'll find that on Amazon it has over 2,000 reviews. On iTunes, I think it has over 4,000 reviews. It's a wonderful series. It's a series because it's emotionally packed. It's about second chances, family, relationships, friendships. It's about life itself, and I think that's why she connects so well with the readers and why she has done so well with the series that she's gone on to have a 10th book. Now, when I said that if you might not know Mary as a writer, you go back to her Amazon page, and if you look down on the corner, in the corner of it, because when I was doing, just making some notes when I was going to be doing this discussion, I discovered, and I didn't even realize, she in the corner they'll say, people that have read Mary's book, they've also read these other authors, and it also encourages you to read their books. Well, she's in really good company there. I mean, like, she has Nora Roberts, Fern Michaels, Bella Andre, Maria Force, Danielle Steele. So she's in very good company, and I feel very comfortable highly recommending this series, Family Affair. Now, when you go to Family Affair, Mary uses a promotional tool that I think is used primarily by us indie writers. She gives it away free. Now, you can't beat free. And the reason that an author gives away her book free is that she has a series to follow behind it, and she has a lot of confidence that you will fall in love with this series and want to continue reading on. And that's what Mary has done here. The premise behind the first book on Family Affair, Truth and Lies, is that a family is mourning the death of the father, and the daughter discovers that the father has lived a secret life. He has a mistress and another daughter that they never knew about. And from there, it expands, and it goes on at least until book 10. I think there's more. I think Mary has more planned. So that's where we're at now. We're at Family Affair, The Gift. So this is the 10th book in the series. So I went to Mary and I asked her, I said, could you give me something that I can give a personal touch to your book? So she wrote out something for me, and I'm going to read it verbatim. So this is what Mary said about her book. She says, readers have been waiting since A Family Affair Summer, Book 3, in this series to find out if Tess and Daniel Cash will get their baby. Finally, they'll read all about it in Book 10, A Family Affair, The Gift. I delayed writing about this couple for so long because I really didn't know what they were going to do. Should they have their own child, adopt, or would a gift enter their lives in a very unexpected way? That last question made me wonder how far Tess and Cash were willing to go to get a child and at what cost. That's when I decided to toss in a moral dilemma and see what happened. I rewrote the beginning 3 times because it didn't feel right. And then I caught a glimpse of the woman from Cash's past that could destroy his future with Tess or make it perfect. The story was there, just waiting to be written. And I don't think I need to say anything else for you to just go and get this book now, because I from that description that she just wrote to you, that's what I am going to do. And so to get all the information about Mary, you go down below the YouTube and you can connect. There's a link that will take you to my blog that takes you directly to the post that I have about Mary and her book. You'll find all the information. It connects you to the links to Amazon, iTunes, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, for both Family Affair, the book 1, Family Affair, the new release, The Gift. You can also connect with Mary on Twitter, sign up for her newsletter. And this is the reason why I really wanted to do YouTube. I want to connect better with the readers. This way you can ask Mary any questions that you want to about the series. Feel free to contact her on Twitter. Leave comments down below, and that's what I really am aiming for, is for us to connect with you guys. So, and also while you're on my blog, check out my giveaway. I'm having a big celebration about opening up my YouTube channel. I'm giving away a couple of Kindles, and if I get enough subscribers and people that follow my newsletter, I'm going to be giving away an Echo. So don't forget to enter. Very easy, and you can check it out. Once you go onto my blog, it's all there. So the next book I'm going to be discussing is Carmen de Sosa's upcoming release. She has a wonderful paranormal series that we're going to be discussing. So I'll see you next time, and happy reading.